and David here with David Christophers. We are the owners of a small business, actually two. We have a wholesale company and a retail store. So you can let us know where you're located and we'll be glad to try to help you connect with one of our customers in your area if we have any. If not, you're welcome to shop with us at www.davidchristophers.com. And so we have been doing videos now for what? Like a month and a half? Something like that. And we have just been blown away by your support and your watching and subscribing, and we just want to say a huge thank you for that. And we're so happy when we see that we've inspired you and that you are learning and gaining some knowledge, and we're always open to your questions and engaging with you. So feel free to comment and let us know what questions that you might have that we can be of help, and give us some ideas for future videos that you want to see. You open to that?
I'm just tired.
He's just tired.
It's that season.
It is that season, and we are just in the middle of the crazy. So not only are we trying to make videos to bring to you all, we are also trying to run our small businesses, and this is our crazy time. So we're burning both ends of the stick, but we are trying to enjoy every step of the process and sleep when we can.
We do enjoy it.
Yes. We've gotten that question before, does all the decorating ruin Christmas for you?
No, I enjoy it. I'm just tired of 14-hour days for the moment. But you know, it is our season, so we're up and at it at 6 or whatever, and then I've got a decorating class tonight in the store.
The reason we're here today is because we are going to do another Christmas tree decorating video. And if you watched our lantern video on Woodland Estates, this is the tree that is going to coordinate with the lantern, the wreath, the tips that David gave you in our previous video. So stay with us and make sure you watch till the end. So David, tell us a little bit about the products that you are going to be using in this beautiful tree.
Okay, so what we have here is our Woodland Estates spray, which is pine, different magnolia leaves, a little bit of eucalyptus, some red berries, and pine cone. It's got a little like a spring rye mix in it, but that's just a good mix that works on a lot of different things. And then we have, of course, we're going to have a lot of different kinds of berries. We've got some red and black buffalo plaid holly leaves, just for a little country rustic. We're going to use matte finished faux mercury glass red balls in this tree. Our rattan spray, just like we used in the lantern video, because we love those rattan balls.
Yeah, rattan, or the ra-fa-la-la-la-la balls.
Yes, those. And then we have matte finished gooseberry balls. We have shiny and matte finish, and for the more rustic, natural, I like to use the matte finish so they're not super lacquered, super shiny. Driftwood angels, love the driftwood angels. Green and red berries, I know that throws some people off, but we're gonna do that. Some moss twig balls, and we have lots of different metal bell curl sprays. So this is a red cream mix. We also have just like metal curls, and then we have different metal bells that we're going to be adding to the tree.
So what are you adding first to the tree?
Woodland Estates spray.
Remember to speak loudly. Try it again.
Woodland Estates spray!
Yay! lot of questions about how many stems or how many ornaments, how many picks or sprays does a tree need, and that's a really hard question to answer, especially I think for designers who want to visualize and they want to just put as many as it takes and they don't really have a formula a lot of times. But one of the reasons it's so hard is because we never know what size your tree is. Is it slim? Is it full? Is it 4 feet, 7 feet, 12 feet? Where's it going to be located? Are you going to put it in a corner so all you see are the front sides of the tree? Are you going to see the whole tree? So as you can see, there's so many factors that go into that question, but I'm asking David to give us a general overview of how many, for example, a 7.5 foot regular size tree. Yeah, this is a full size tree. So what would you say is typically your guide?
I generally put 7 on one side for a 7.5 foot full size tree. So if I was going to decorate both sides, I probably wouldn't use quite as many because sometimes I get a little bit into the other side when I'm decorating half a tree. It's really like 2/3 almost. So I would say that if I'm just doing half the tree or 2/3 of the tree, 7 to 9 typically for a decent sized branch on a 7.5 foot full size. If I'm going all the way around, most of the time you can get away with like 12 because you may have a little bit that went further around with that 7 to 9 on the front side. Now I'm going to add this plaid flannel holly spray, and keep in mind when you receive this, it's not going to look like this because it's going to be more like this because it's going to be packed so that it arrives carefully. So when you get items, you're going to want to separate the leaves out and give them just a little bit of a bend so that they look more purposeful.
Looking beautiful already, but I think David is ready to add my favorite, the rattan balls.
The Romulus.
No, I got it right. Don't mess me up again. The rattan balls.
I think there's some fruit that Isaiah likes.
I don't know what you're talking about. By the way, Isaiah is our oldest son. He's 14. He has not made an appearance in the videos because, you know, he's 14 and
Yeah,
doesn't want to.
I'll think of it in a minute. Oh.
So you need to go very fast.
Can't even look at you right now. I'm going to use this berry garland, kind of cheating and tucking it in, wrapping a little piece of pine around it, and then letting it come out from the tree a little bit, tucking it back in, make sure to separate all my little berry pieces out quite well. Oh, sorry, bumped the camera. Bumped the camera, lady. Yikes. So we're going to put a couple of berry garlands in, and then we're going to embellish with berry stems.
I know someone's going to ask, why are you decorating that tree up on a table instead of putting it on the floor and decorating it there and then moving it on top of the table? What is your answer?
The professional answer would be because I like to see it exactly where it's going so that nothing moves or shifts or whatever. The real answer is I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. Plus I have like 3 herniated discs and 2 bulging discs and a fractured disc, and you know, I've been through enough therapy. I don't want to do that again. Most of that comes from lifting Christmas trees fully decorated that are like 300 pounds. So let's not do that again.
So you're saying this is better on your back than trying to lift this tree up and put it back up on this table?
Yes.
That's the short answer.
That's my answer. It works for me. So for some of these branches, I'm adding my longer berry branch to some of my longer tips on the tree because I really want to elongate the berries up here. And I'm adding multiple berries, stacking them on top of each other, some a little further in the tree, some a little further out of the tree. And I'm actually alternating some colors so that I've got, put my tag in there so you don't see that. So I've got red, green, and red, and then I'll stick green back in so that you see the differences.
I know someone is going to ask about these guys, so let's just give them their 5 minutes of fame, 5 seconds of fame. Mr. and Mrs. Sloth saying hi to you from David Christophers. So I am here with bells on. I really want to use that fun. Oh my gosh.
Just leave it like that.
Okay. So we have bells, lots and lots of bells. I love these bells. I have several strands here. So 3 of these bells come on a stem with what I have. And then David has
Other bells.
Closer. Show them the bells. Oh, nice. So you're going to add the bells to the tree.
Bells.
You will see that we do leave the tags on our merchandise because remember, we are a store. So all of these trees are store displays and we put as much product on them as possible to display that product and how it can be used in someone's home, business, or even in their store if they want to merchandise in the same way. So we don't take the tags off because people will buy these items straight off of the tree with the tag still in place. So when they get to the checkout center,
But we do try to hide.
yes, it's hard to hide them on the bells though because of where they're located.
On the end of the bell, so
Yeah.
that's a little offsetting, but we do what we got to.
Just so you know, we're not being tacky and leaving tags on trees. David is a professional.
Oh no, we're tacky.
We're tacky. We're taggy. I'm full of the puns today. People are going to stop watching.
You're abundant. Okay, so you may be watching the video and wondering why I have not placed anything in this hole that I have right here. And that's because I like to put crazy things in my trees, or wreaths or garlands sometimes. And right now, we're going to put a train in the tree. It's easier if you do it before you add everything else, but it's more dramatic if you add it after. To secure my train here, I've really just taken a piece of my pine and gone into the wire back of the train here and wrapped it around that. And I'm going to take a piece in the front and go through the wheel and just hook that piece around there, so my train is really secure in there. And it is a little at an angle. It is at a little bit of an angle. Now we're going to add the cabooses going at a similar angle. Like I said, it is easier to do if you do it beforehand, but it's a little more fun for the video if you do it after the fact. So again, I'm going to take and wrap a piece of the pine. You may not be able to see it around the wheel back here. Tuck that in really good, and then I'll do the same thing on the front so it stays right where I want it. So our last train car here is going to go a little bit higher up because we want it to look like the train's almost circling around the tree. This is tight quarters back here, so
Really tight.
use our awkward.
This is
Try
how
to
we
get
have to
my-
work.
Try to get my fingers around this wheel here. Okay, I got that one. Now I gotta get one in the front. And that should, these are not extremely heavy. They're metal, but they're not real super heavy. So that should secure our boxcar where we want it to go.
Our business is located in Sheffield, Alabama, and in Sheffield, everyone here that works here, lives here, shops here, they know about the train. And we have a train track near our store. We hear the train multiple times a day, and it can sometimes stop you for hours at a time. But we are still grateful for the trains and the cargo they pull and the things that they bring to us and how fun they are at Christmas time. Choo choo!
Ornament time. We're gonna add some ornaments.
Before I met David 16 years ago,
I was merely a child.
he was the baby. We were both babies. I would buy ornaments, and you see these tags that are on the ornaments. Sometimes I would cut this tag off completely and use a metal hook on the ornament to hang the ornaments on my tree.
And it would dishearten me, so
You didn't know me, so how could you be disheartened?
I grieved for it anyway.
But when I met David, he did something very interesting with the ornaments, and I'm going to show you, or he's going to show you, what he does with ornaments like this instead of cutting the tag off.
So this gold string actually is not just a placeholder for our David Christopher's tags. That's actually something that we place, we put on from the factory that costs a little bit more because it's a great way to hang your ornament from the tree. But most people hang an ornament from a tree just like that. And if you have a tree that's more cookie cutter shaped and doesn't have quite the gaps in the branches, it's going to lean out because there may be some extra pine that's causing it to lean. But even in this, we'll put the string just a couple of inches back from the end of the pine, And then we'll grab right here really quick and just spin that around till it stays exactly where you want it, and that's gonna place it perfectly. I think we've established that I fly by the seat of my pants.
Right,
Jen's
and you are the
we need a
planner.
plan.
Thank you so much for watching today, and if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and turn your notification bell on so you don't miss another video from David Christophers with The David.